Jacques Stewart talking about rings. Mike Robinson sporting the bling as well, as we welcome in the sideline reporter for the Rocket Radio Network, Mike Robinson. Thanks for coming in, Mike.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mark.
Rockets took care of business against the Buffalo Bulls last night, so now they've got a very easy path to Detroit.
Well, you say easy as if it's going to be easy for the Rockets. It's going to get tougher each week. You know, Eastern Michigan is going to be a team that's going to be a thorn in their side. So they're not going to skip past that team. And then obviously, you know, you got a few other games down the schedule that are going to be tough for the Rockets. But as far as the Buffalo Bulls, this was a game that the Rockets needed. Starting out hot, Jacques Stewart, you talked about rings. The way he came out looked like he had sonic rings flying out because he started this game off really well for the Rockets.
Be honest with me. You stick your head outside the press box about 6 o'clock on Tuesday night. What was your reaction?
You know what? I thought at first, I took a nice video, and I said, you know what? It's a nice day. I said, it's going to be some flurries. You look down, look back up. It looks like the abominable snowman's out there. So, you know, everything kind of changed, and it's just like, okay, you know what? We got a good old backyard football game, which I thought would be in favor of Buffalo.
One thing, a tip of the cap we need to give to Brian Blair, the athletic director, and his staff. They were part of the shovel crew that was clearing off the field in between warm-ups and the start of the game and even into the first quarter.
You know what? I thought that was really wholesome and really great to see that from Brian Blair and those guys. You know, the whole athletic department, to see how much they care. I mean, everybody from support staff to cheerleaders. I've seen all types of fans maybe grabbing us aboard, and even the coaches from the other staff were just kicking around snow trying to create the atmosphere for the football players. But it just shows you how much everybody care about football here in Toledo.
You mentioned Stewart's kick return. Special teams really helped Toledo win that game, not only with that kick return, but some really good jobs of flipping field position and pinning Buffalo deep.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what the Rockets defense is built for. You know, when you give the Rockets an opportunity to play that bend but don't break defense, they do a really good job. But when anytime you put them in short fieldage, it's really hard for any team to be able to, you know, give up a few plays and not give up a big touchdown or score. But they did an excellent job, special teams. Emilio Duran did an excellent job getting the ball away a couple times. One time he did get it blocked, you know, and that's something that the Rockets are going to have to get corrected. But more importantly, they did a great job in all three phases of the game. But special teams was one that they needed to step up big in, and we saw that happen, especially with Quinyon Mitchell and guys getting down there as gunners on those punts.
Buffalo had 2 touchdowns, both of those touchdowns coming directly off of Rocket turnovers. That has been an issue. We heard from Coach Candle, it's a knife in his side when you turn the ball over 4 times. You got the win, that's the important thing. But both Penny Boone and Jacques Stewart put the ball on the ground.
Yeah, turnovers are one of the things that you just don't want. It's one of the unpredictable parts of the game. You can practice and drill as much as you want until it happens. Now you got to flip the field in a short amount of time. And you're really not really ready for that. So one thing that I say about that is they got to get it corrected. Going down the stretch, you can't give a team 4 opportunities to put points on the board, and you see what happens. It slows down the momentum. You get these long halves. The game kind of gets drawn out, and you don't get into the game plan that you want. And I don't expect the Rockets to continue to, you know, accept what they're seeing here turnover-wise, because you can't expect to be one of these powerhouse MAC teams if you're going to keep giving the ball away to the other side.
Certainly a trend we have seen in Mid-American Conference play for the Rockets. They have gotten off to fantastic starts. Obviously, a 14-0 lead less than 3 minutes into the game last night. But that's been a pattern. They've played very well in first halves.
You know, first half of football is important to get the good start, but then you got to finish it off. But that's why the Rockets do so well, because their defense is there. When you talk about this defensive line and the rotation of guys that they got Pointer, Holt stepping up big, Walliver, these guys are stepping in these rotations that can actually play meaningful time where you can give your starters breaks and rest, because you're going to need it. And last night was a defensive game. Cold outside, physical type of football game, and you need guys to step up. And the defense has been the, you know, selling point for this football team.
Another guy who has stepped up is tight end Anthony Torres, as an injury has opened up some playing time for the transfer, and he's had a touchdown against Buffalo. He's really becoming a reliable third down target for Daquan Finn.
You know, and Toledo's always had really good tight ends, and one person he reminds me of is Jamal Turner. We had last year, you know, Jamal Turner being able to step up and catch those big-time plays. He came along late in his career, and that's what you're kind of seeing here with Torres, stepping up in a big way. And he had 4 really big catches, a couple across the middle of the field that, you know, you didn't think he was going to have. They were combat catches is what I like to say. And he made them. He got extra yards after the catch. You're going to need that tight end as a safety blanket, especially when you got Daquan Finn moving out the pocket and scrambling around.
First week of MACtion, and it's mission accomplished for the Toledo Rockets. As we welcome our guest, Mike Robinson, for joining us tonight. Mike, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mark.